It's time for a fat tested walkthrough of Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. It's my first time at this park, so I don't know much about what to expect. So you're going to be seeing it as I do. I do know that last year USA Today ranked this as the #2 park in America. First up is Boo Blasters on Boo Hill. It's pretty dark, but these look like Doom Buggy style instead. It is one long bench seat and easy to do. It's up to 3 people because there's 3 guns here. These are actually really scary looking. Not a bad way to get started. Boo Blaster on Boo Hill passes the fat test. On to the next one. All right, looks like we're going to be in the Peanuts themed land for the next bit. Planet Snoopy. And this is Charlie Brown's Wind Up, and it's just a kid's, you have to be less than 54 inches to ride. It's a kid's swing ride. Joe Cool's Dodge 'em School. This is a little kids only bumper cars. Peanuts 500 is a little car ride vehicle for kids only. You have to be under 54 inches. Snoopy versus the Red Baron. You have to be between 36 and 54 inches tall to ride this one. Peanuts Off-Road Rally is just a little flat circle ride. Snoopy's Junction is a little kids going around in the train ride. It does look like parents can ride this one, so we'll see if I can fit in the back of it. It looks like I should be able to. If this is your first time here, yes, I do try the children's rides that parents will ride with their kids, just so parents can know if they'll be able to do so. So the little girl behind me really wants the blue train, so I'm not actually going to ride it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to see if the seatbelt works, and then I'm going to hop off so they can have the blue train. Alright, you can see that is way off for me. Yep, that's going to be way off, so it does not fit for me. Linus's Beetle Bug is just another little flat ride. All right, looks like it might be a tight squeeze getting down the aisle. I am in the seat, but it's tight, and I don't know why this isn't just a bench seat. This should have just been made to be a bench seat. We'll see. All right, looks like we're good. She holds her belly. Surf Dog passes the fat test. On to the next one. Snoopy's Space Buggies. You have to be 36 inches tall to ride. There is a weight limit of 382 pounds per car on these. If the weight works out, you can ride that with your kid. The seatbelt is long enough for you to ride in the back seat and for them to ride in the front. Let's go meet, well, somebody, maybe Snoopy? Ooh, and there's no line. Hi, Snoopy. Good to see you. Next up is the Great Pumpkin Coaster. You have to be 36 inches tall to ride. Alright, so it's actually 2 seat belts. It's a pull-out seatbelt and actually comes really far. You're probably not going to be able to ride with your kid, but I was able to get the seatbelt on. Now also this has to come down. Now I'm going to center myself, put my legs, I'm crossing my legs, and then we'll see if how far it has to come down. Just had to go down 1 click. Now my legs are a little uncomfortable. Again, my feet are crossed. That made it a lot easier in here.
That okay with you guys are zooming up and out of here and they're right on.
We made it over the hill. The Great Pumpkin Coaster passes the fat test. On to the next one. Next is the character carousel. So for this one, at my weight, because I'm over 300 pounds, I would have to ride the chariot. So I'm just going to skip that. You definitely can do that. Next up is Woodstock's Whirlybird. You have to be 42 inches tall to ride or have a companion with you. All right, we get a pink one. So you don't actually have to pedal if you don't want to. Sally's Seaplane is next. Have a maximum weight limit of 440 pounds per row. You have to be 36 inches to ride by yourself or seatbelt, but we do have to figure out if this will close or not. So we could not get it to lock, but she did say if I wanted to try the front one, it does not have to go down as far. So if you're trying it, try the front row. You do have to have a kid if you want to try this one from what it looks like. You have to be 42 inches tall or 36 with an adult. But the kite-eating tree, I'm pretty sure will fail. Anyway, it's just a little kid's drop ride. Beagle Scout Acres is a nice shaded play area for kids. Oh, that's cool. They have somebody doing a story time. For Camp Snoopy's Linus Launcher, there is a 275 pound weight limit per unit, and there's 2 seats. Is the one where you lay down into it, and you have to be 42 inches tall to ride alone or 36 inches with a companion. Next up is Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. May not accommodate guests of a larger size, 48 inches tall to ride, 38 inches with a companion. So it goes backwards, pulls you back. All the way to the top. Bye!
Going into the turn!
We go up over that way.
And the winner is...
And the floor does drop out there. All right, we're gonna try
Thank you, and enjoy.
number 30.
Oh my god!
Hi.
Is he one of Roselle's?
Yes.
Oh my god! Wait, can I take a picture with you and send it to my
Sure.
husband? He's a huge Roosevelt's dude. That one's so cool.
I'm gonna try to. Let's see if it's good enough.
And then can I take your cup off?
Yeah, of course.
And then unfortunately I'll be right back.
Okay. Down.
Wait just a second, I'm gonna go check.
Okay, yep. It's a little tight now. But it's a very short ride, so I could do it for a short ride. A long ride, I'd say don't bother. Let's see if that's enough. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit off for me. You might have a better time with it. Maybe if I had emptied my pockets, we could have gotten it pushed down just a little further. But for me, it did not work out. For Woodstock's for Woodstock's Air Rail, it's 44 inches tall or less than that, and less than 76 inches. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but let's.
Alright, I'm going to. It's mom.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to. Pineapple zone?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I figured that might happen.
Okay.
You're good. Thank you.
Your restraints have been locked off. They will be relocked shortly.
Shout out to the team for trying their best to help push it down and get it to work. Unfortunately, it did not go down enough to get the belt on, so it did not pass the fat test. On to the next one. Charlie Brown's Rushing River Log Ride is next. Here's what it looks like. As you can tell, all you have to do is just put your legs around. I forgot my microphone was in my pocket, but I was just saying it's a deep step down, but other than that, completely fine. By the way, I put this in the full guide if you want to check it out. All right, next up, we're gonna try Woodstock Express. It's back up now. 46 inches to ride, or 40 inches with a supervising companion, may not accommodate guests of a larger size. Looks like it's 2 individual seat belts and 1 lap bar.
Excuse me. This seatbelt.
Hands up for me, guys! Hands up for me. Come on, if you don't want the hat. I'm gonna
Got the seat belt on fine, but did not get the bar down. So probably, I tried putting it under my gut. Could have tried a little bit harder probably, but that's okay. So, but for me, did not pass. It was very close, but did not pass. We're finally done with Camp Snoopy. It's on to Diamondback Kings Island. You have to be 54 inches tall to ride. Carowinds has a lot like this, so I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go. Before we try the seat belt, we'll just try this. There's a green light here that is not turning green. So I don't think we're gonna be able to get this one to pass. I'll just try the seat belt just to see how it goes.
Is this the Diamondback?
So the seat belt worked fine, so no problem with that, but this isn't gonna turn green. All right, as you can tell, there's a red light there, so let's just see how far this has to go down. There it is. So it's actually pretty tight on this one. So I think you'll have a pretty hard time on this one if you're plus size. Also, it locks into place, so when you're on it, you just, there's a little thing here. So unfortunately, Diamondback fails the fat test. On to the next one. I'm gonna skip the train just because it has a very long line, and it's just a bench seat. You guys will be fine on it, but we got so many rides to test today and only one day to do it. Next up is Mystic Timbers, Kings Island. 48 inches to ride, may not accommodate guests of a larger size. So I tried a lot to get that done, but I was able to get the seat belt on by putting it around and then sliding into it. I was not able to get the bar down even when she pushed, so does not pass the fat test. On to the next one. All right, let's cool off and do Whitewater Canyon. You have to be 46 inches tall to ride. If you're wondering, it's a very long walk back here.
You guys are choked already, so a little more water wouldn't hurt, right?
Next up, we're gonna fat test Delirium. You have to be 52 inches tall, less than 76 inches, and there are test seats, thankfully. Now, it looks like both of these are the same. All right, here are the test seats. So you have to bring the belt up to it. They look exactly the same. Let's see how this goes. The seat is very tight. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work out. Okay. So clearly I'm pretty far off on that. It's not going to work out for me. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm in delirium. Next up. On to the next one. So Invertigo is closed, and so is Congo Falls. Now Invertigo is an inverted roller coaster, and I've never fit on one of those, so I think we can pretty much assume that. There's no test seat to verify. And Congo is just a drop down flume, large flume ride, and I have always fit on those. So Drop Tower is also closed, but I can tell from the vertical leap I would have a very hard time getting into that one. Next up is the Banshee roller coaster. That may be one of the best park ride signs I've ever seen. Here is it. Looks pretty awesome. And there's a test seat. Let's see if I can fit. You do have to be 52 inches and less than 78 inches. All right, so we have the test seat here. There's 2 belts. Now, as you know, this means there's a modified seat. So you'll need to ask for which one is the modified. You're gonna want the one with the red strap. Unfortunately, I could not really get in the seat. It's one of those. So it does definitely fail the fat test based on that. So on to the next one. Next up is Viking Fury. 48 inches tall to ride alone, 40 inches to ride with a supervising companion. This is a big one. It's a very long one. Usually they have like 3.
No one is excited.
As you can see, it's one long bench with 2 bars. This Fest House is a very... Oh! I actually wasn't expecting that. Yay! Well, I was gonna say that this is Fest House, which is a very large room where they sell great German cuisine like Panda Express. All right, next up is Cargo Loco.
Smoking area.
We're showing the Superman trailer on this, and I am so excited for this. I have a feeling it's gonna be a teacup style ride. Cargo Loco. Yep, your typical teacup ride, and as usual, passes the fat test. On to the next one. Next up is the Bat, which I'm told is the most forgiving roller coaster here. It's rated a 4 high thrill ride, but you only have to be 42 inches tall to ride. This is where they've got walked forever to get there. Whew. All right, shoulder harness. Looks like there used to be a belt, but it's no longer there. Nope. It's down. So that is definitely one of the most forgiving roller coasters I've been on at any non-Disney park. Also one of the more intense ones. You just kind of, it's a swaying one too, so we don't get that too much. So thanks, Sam and Rihanna. They let me know where it was. I didn't know where it was at, so they came and joined me. Anyway, I'm tired, but it passes the fat test. On to the next one. For Soul Spin, there's a maximum weight recommendation of 300 pounds, so I'm going to skip this one, and you have to be 48 inches tall to ride. Next up is Adventure Express. You have to be 48 inches tall to ride. May not accommodate larger guests, but they have no test seat. I think this is another roller coaster. Okay, if I can get through here. Sorry. Oh. So I got the seat belt on. It's pretty tight, and I'm able to get this down a little bit. So it's over my legs, but I don't know if it has to come down a certain amount. If it does, it ain't working. If it doesn't, then we're good to go. I wasn't expecting that, but that was great. So here's the thing. It is very tight to get into. I'm like, there's no way this is passing, because the opening felt very tight, like trying to get into the seat. But then the seat belt, they have a lot of their rides have the pull-out seats, and they're pretty. All of those belts are pretty long, and then and then you have to pull the bar down. But the bar, I only had to pull it down until it clicked once, which was great because it didn't have much where to go because I was filling that thing up. And then the ride, oh my goodness, it's the only storytelling coaster here. Not as good, of course, but very similar to Everest, which is my favorite coaster. Very rocky, rickety. It was, it's an old wooden coaster, so it's rough, but it was fun. I really, really enjoyed that. And it passed the fat test. On to the next one. Okay, next up is the Racer. 8 inches tall to ride. May not accommodate guests of larger size. So there's a blue and a red side. I don't know if they're different.
There's no water.
Appreciate it, man. So on that one, unfortunately, the seat was just too tight. It's a very narrow seat, and I am not very narrow at all. My seat is extra wide, and that seat is not. They did not match. I was able to get this. Again, the seat belt's not going to be the problem. I didn't even check the bar because I couldn't really get into the seat. So, does not pass the fat test. And on to the next one. Is the Scrambler, which has a maximum weight per car of 510 pounds, 48 inches tall, or 36 inches with an adult. I'm doing about 25 parts that I've never done before. Hi. Huh? Not right now. I'm just recording. Did you want to be on it? No? Okay. I was going to say, ask. Is it okay with him? You want to say hey?
Hey! Hi! Let me say hey!
Okay.
Hey!
I help plus size people know if they can travel or what they can fit in on rides. I feel like there's always a little slant to where these are at, so you want to find the one that's the closest to the ground, make it a little easier. These are upkept well. Usually it's torn and the bottom's all messed up. They did really good here. Plenty of room on that seatbelt. Now let's close this. It'll probably be up a little bit on my gut. That usually is. Yep, that's what I expected. But we should be good to go. You're gonna get on this way typically, so I recommend just sliding on over to the door. That way you're already there and you don't have to worry about getting thrown. I also put my drink right here, so it's kind of safe there between me and the wall. I'm selfie. I love the theme. I love the music. Let me put it down. That was a lot of fun. I love the Scrambler. It's always a blast. And it passed the fat test. On to the next one. Hey, here behind the Scrambler is another one of my favorite rides, the Carousel. A great carousel under a beautiful gazebo is always wonderful. One of my favorite things. Looks like there's also a picnic area back here. 46 inches to ride alone, or any height to ride with an adult. It doesn't seem like there's any seat belts on this one, which is great. So I am having a hard time getting up on one of these tonight. It's been a long day. If you can get up onto it, you'll be fine. I just can't do it tonight. Check this out though. How cool is that? So, for tonight, unlike normal, I'm choosing a chariot. The carousel passes the fat test and somebody gave me a glow-in-the-duck keychain. Isn't it cute? Alright, so that put us right underneath the Eiffel Tower. Next up is Dodge 'em, which is the go-karts. This is a pretty big track too. Thought I'd have to wait on one. We walked right on. I think we just have to put that over our shoulder and we're good to go. Sorry, apparently I needed to put it over my shoulder like this. Alright. Alright, this is Orion here at Kings Island. Now, it actually closed for entry 20 minutes before the fireworks, but there's a test seat. And this looks very familiar. Pull it all the way out. Okay, we got the seatbelt. Now, where can we get in? Green light. No. Unfortunately, Orion does not pass the fat test. So the light's starting to turn, but here's where it actually needs to go. Actually, it locked in, but it's still not there. There it is. So that's where it has to go. And we are back for day 2 here at Kings Island, and thought I'd start off by showing you the Eiffel Tower. 1/3 scale of the actual Eiffel Tower. Currently 285 feet up in the air today. You can get a good view here of everything else that you gotta check out. It's a lot of roller coasters. I think we've checked most of them. I think I have 2 to-dos left today. This is Snoopy. We've done most of this already. And then I think that must be Diamondback right there, that big red one. So Monster, I don't know what it is or what it was. I don't know if it's new. No fat testing that one. There's a conspiracy radio van. There's a conspiracy transmission happening here. And there's actually a tinfoil hat in there. Conspiracy and chill. Alright, next up is Flight of Fear. Oh. Ride. I had there's big balls on the feet for where the bars go, and I have a lot of trouble getting my foot under there. And then we got the bar would come down. I could get my legs between the bars, but I don't think it came down enough. And they also had the seat belt. I don't actually know what was going on with that. It was a weird ride system. I've never seen one like it before. Then the guy, when I had to get out because I couldn't ride, the guy made an announcement, and it felt very awkward, like he was calling me out a little bit. Like he wasn't purposefully doing it, it was just the way he said it. Kind of made me feel weird. So, unfortunately, did not pass the fat test. On to the next one. So I'm just gonna skip the Zephyr. It's the traditional swing ride. I've never fit in these really, so unless there's double seats, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one. Next up, the Zephyr you have to have a weight limit of 230 pounds on that one. So definitely not passing. This is King's Mill Antique Autos, and you do have to be 48 inches to ride or ride with a companion, but the driver has to be 48 inches. Try and get into this thing. So the seat belt is at its length, so probably not much more than me, but oh look, it's progressive flow. It's just nice landscaping for the most part for the ride. Oh, there's a covered bridge, that's fun. Next up is Windsor, but there is a maximum weight per rider of 304 pounds. What an interesting number. Windseeker has a weight limit of 304 pounds, so it's going to be a no-go for me. Shake, Rattle, and Roll has a weight limit of 330 pounds. You have to be 54 inches tall to ride or 42 inches with a supervising companion. So that one's going to be a no for me. Queen City Stunt Coaster is up next, but unfortunately, it has a weight limit of 300 pounds per rider and is 48-inch tall height requirement. I believe that's the only roller coaster I've seen with a weight limit. Believe it or not, we have reached the end, and our last ride is going to be the Beast, which is the longest longest wooden roller coaster in America and the second longest in the world. Before I do this, don't forget, if you're looking for somebody to help you plan your trip, please get in touch with me. There's information below, and I've put together a free one-pager so you can know what you can fit in. If you want my full guide, that's available as well, but I've put together a free one-pager for you so that you can grab that and know what you can fit on, and it'll have the weight limits and everything on it. So thank you guys for watching this. Let's end this. Well, I don't see a test seat, but thankfully it's only a 5-minute wait, which means it's a walk-on. You have to be 48 inches tall to ride, may not accommodate guests of a larger size. Apparently this is a landmark roller coaster. Yep, unfortunately, could not get into the seat. So we're going to end it on that one. That is it. Don't forget to check out everything below. See you guys in the next one.